All right, everybody, here we are, having ourselves a nice slobber knocker down in the old Mississippi swamps, while the Northeastern Scarlet winless Knights. Hopefully, this is not the game of the winless and ends in a double, triple overtime tie. Today we have a man in training, D.A. Ivy. How are you, buddy? How do you think tonight's game's going to go?
I'm all right, man. I think it's going to be a dogfight. I'd say it's going to be very entertaining. Got some two bottom feeders. You never know how these games go.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, last week Ole Miss was. I mean, I don't know if you caught the game against App State last week. They were showing a little bit of faith in what they think is a believable next season, at least, as we see them in the shotgun formation, fake it to the. There you go. This is nice. All season, this is what Rutgers has been doing: is running it down their throats. They've been going through him all season. Big Poppy. I mean, great pitch, great read option there as we see Jacoby Cobb do what he's been doing for Rutgers to keep him in some games. But this one, it seems like Rutgers came, they saw, and they're trying to conquer. And this is literally one of the two of the winless teams, because the other winless team is Maryland, which also plays tonight.
That's a crazy first play. Like, that's a statement and a half.
Yeah, I do believe that Ole Miss's offense is just as good as we saw them last week hold and put up points against App State. Rutgers is just very wishy-washy, and to get off at a big start like that is huge for them.
Yeah, I mean, early momentum goes a long way, especially in this league.
Yeah, as we see Ole Miss come out in the shotgun formation, Gene Shinobi has been pretty consistent. As we see a screen, but he forgets the screen and he gives it to the slant.
I don't like that play call.
I didn't either, but it was positive yards. It wasn't, it was only one, but you got to start somewhere.
I guess yards are yards.
As we see him step back, and they bring the pressure, and when he gets the pressure, he is moving up that step.
Great way to get out of the pocket there.
Thought he was going to fumble for some reason. I don't know if my thing glitched, but yeah, that was a great play by Shinobi to get the first down there. Huge play, to be honest. As we see him again in the shotgun formation, getting it across the field here to Ralph Rodriguez. Now, Ralph Rodriguez has not had any touchdowns this season. He is third on the team. He's their slot wide receiver. You're going to see a lot more of him probably this game because Rutgers' inside defense is not the worst, but not the best.
I mean, as a former slot guy, it's really hard, especially if defense are keying in on keeping the middle of the field closed. So that usually is a factor.
I do appreciate the fact that they are just going balls deep here with no running backs. Gets it to Travis Vaughn for a few yards there, as Travis Vaughn is the second leading receptor on their team with 61 going through last week and 3 leading touchdown receiver on their team. You see him again, nobody in the backfield.
I mean, go air raid it. Make it entertaining.
The little dump off to Ziegler, I'm surprised they haven't run it at all, to be honest with you.
But don't jinx him now.
As we see him here in the shotgun, one running back actually has some protection that goes out for a pass, gets it to the dump down guy. I think that was Travis Vaughn again, for 7 yards. Rutgers is playing a little off. I mean, they're giving them cushion there.
That guy was way too downfield for a flat route. And there again.
Get them about 10 yards there by, again, Ralph Rodriguez.
Ralph is doing his thing.
You're both 0-7. You're hoping to just get this win to get that monkey, as we see a screenplay off the back. Wow, great! That was a great block by the offensive lineman there to at least get him back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Gabriel gets the ball, just farms 2 guys, but wasn't able to get it upfield.
The one guy on Rutgers defense I've appreciated myself all season is their linebacker. I don't know if he plays middle or outside, but Dude Lebowski is an absolute dude on that linebacking core. I'm sure we'll be calling his name as we see that
Oh,
corner route. I mean, oh my God, Shashawn Jenkins Jr. for the 23. I mean, Gene, he's 9 for 9 right now. He's hot. Rutgers is hot. You might as well just bench the defense and put the cheerleaders out there.
I mean, he looked like Brandon Ayuk on Trevon Diggs a couple weeks ago. That was nowhere in the
Did see that.
vicinity.
That was a great play. That's only his second touchdown of the season, believe it or not. He's only caught 17 balls before this game tonight. So kudos to that young man.
That's insane.
Coming out there and proving that he deserves to be on this roster. We see the kickoff here by Rutgers. By Ole Miss to Rutgers. Back to last week, Ole Miss, they do have some ballers on that team, mainly led by Casey Bronco. He's been a dominant force, Mr. Consistent himself. As we see them in the pro formation here, gets it off to the right side, gets a few blocks, breaks a tackle, and then finally gets put down after 8 yards. This defense is not as bad as that first play we saw with Rutgers, as also Andrew Payne is leading their team with 10 tackles for a loss. Get the man in motion here. It's the handoff to set up the down for the first down.
What a stiff arm.
What did you say?
I said, what a stiff arm.
Oh, yeah. That was their walk-on. As we see them again in this pro-type formation here.
There is nowhere to run there.
They're going to catch on to Jacoby. I mean, Jacoby's going to do his thing, don't get me wrong, but this defense is not stupid. As we see them playing man up here. In the read option. It's the slant off to Nick Graham there.
And, I mean, I like this game plan so far. Both teams got scored quick, so you slow the game down, still driving the field.
Yep. It seems like, they kind of came out, scored their touchdowns, and they're trying to exploit somebody again as we see him get the 4-yard reception, barely get that first down by Jacoby Cobb. Big Poppy's been very inconsistent this season. Granted, he is a freshman. He is under a lot of pressure. 12 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, as we see the handoffs to Jacoby Cobb. But Jacoby Cobb is definitely taking a lot of pressure off of him this season as we see a 9-yard rush.
Oh, run. We got good blocking out on the outside.
Here we go. They're going to put 7 in the box here as we see a man in motion to the right. Fake the handoff as they send the blitz up the middle. They got to have somebody open. As you do see, who was that? Nick Graham. Again, he, I believe, does not have any touchdowns this season. He does not. He's actually their only offensive player that does not have the touchdown, receiving touchdowns this season. So maybe they're trying to force the ball to him to get him that one on this winless season.
I mean, on that play, you just have all the time in the world, and if you're a wide receiver and your quarterback has that much time, you have to find a hole in the defense, and he does right there.
I believe we get
a flag. I think it might be a false start.
We got a false start on the offense here. That's not very often you see that, especially inside the goal line here. But Big Poppy's got to get his cadence set, or he's got to talk to that lineman. As we see that single back, 2 tight end formation, and in motion to the left. Got a lead blocker, goes outside and set up that A gap for a 2-yard rush. I thought that was actually going to be a loss.
That's great run defense, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Ole Miss is definitely not a bad defense. I've watched a lot of their games. As we see, they're probably the best winless team out of the 3 winless team, in my opinion. Wins count as everything on the record book, but they're playing better every week. I feel like. As we see them here, this is going to be.
That's what we have advanced stats for.
Yes, as we see the run, Jacoby Cobb gets that run up the middle for a touchdown. It was meant to be here. We already got 3 touchdowns, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Ole Miss's defense did not apply the bend but don't break here. What do you think? What do you think's going on in that Ole Miss sideline right now?
I think there's some frustration, but I also feel like they're not too worried. They think that their offense is just as good as this Rutgers offense. They can match this score right now.
As we saw last play, now it's is Rutgers going to play as soft on defense as they did last time to allow all those simple catches? I guess we'll see what's going to happen here. But it has made it a little bit entertaining to watch, at least.
They've made it abundantly clear that there will be almost no defense play tonight.
I told them to put the cheerleaders in as we see a spread formation here. And it's clearly going to be a defense.
Well,
Oh my
I've been
God. As we
mistaken.
see the interception
Beautiful interception.
there, that was a beautiful interception to just jump that route. Now, I don't know
think that's
what forced him to throw that ball, but he should have easily just sat there and saw one guy behind him, one guy in front of him. I wish I could get him in the booth right now to ask him what was he thinking.
that was a D lineman in that curl hook kind of coverage. You don't really see them in that often, especially not for interceptions. But hey, you guys hands on the ball.
That's their cornerback, Cameron Joy, the freshman. He's the one who got the interception. It did. I know you
Oh,
were
it's the
talking.
cornerback.
It was the cornerback, yeah. But I thought you were talking. You were talking about a hook and curl. I know exactly. It did look like that, but maybe it was disguised to be that way. As we see a rush for 1 yard here for Rutgers. It came to play.
He's a big boy. You probably see a run up the middle here, if anything else. No.
Oh, as you got played there for the reception by Colton Banks. Carlin Banks is one of their better wide receivers, if not their best wide receiver in Rutgers. He is the leading touchdown with 800 yards, 5 touchdowns on the season before that. We do see the handoff to Jacoby Cobb. He should have gone up the middle. They sent that blitz so far on that right side to lose yards. Again, I think that was Casey Bronco there doing what he does, and he's been doing all season. He is a true athlete and one of their better, if not best. That was not Jacoby. I apologize.
One thing I find funny about teams in this situation is they always switch up what works in the red zone, especially if they're running like they ran short passes the entire way down, and then they just start doing outside runs. So, like, what's the point? Just throw it over the middle again.
I mean, I'm not a coach. I'm not on the field to know, but I mean, this is why these guys are out here scoring touchdowns, and we're sitting in the booth watching them score touchdowns. We see Big Poppy get a 2-yard touchdown there. That was I think that's his first rushing touchdown all season. It is. So it seems like we're going to see a little bit of new things here. Big Poppy, congratulations on taking the lead and keeping the lead with your first touchdown tonight.
Not my fair share of touchdowns. I was a leading receiver a couple years ago.
Oh, time is coming, and now you're here. As we see Rutgers kick it off to Ole Miss here. It's a good return right there.
The XFO was not nice for me. My legs hurt.
Broke my knee. Let's see how Ole Miss responds here as we see Rutgers in a man formation or possible cover 2. And we got the
read option.
I mean, that's not a bad option play there to take the 3 because there's either going to be a tackle for a loss. But to get 3 on your first play to set it up against this Rutgers defense, nobody.
A little secret to knowing a lot of what's going to be open is pay attention to the matchups off the line. Or, it's easy just to tell what's man and what's zone, especially in this game. It's very distinct because in man, you'll have everyone lined up, but in zone, you'll get sometimes a slot receiver, nobody in the vicinity.
Oh my God, they sent that safety blitz so fast up that middle. No, I understand what you're saying. The disguising is a little bit better, but I've also seen it be bad in these games here. So, I mean, honestly, it also depends on what formation you pick too. I've seen some basic formation. Whoa!
Did he fall? And I think he muffed it.
Yeah,
it was into his hands.
Oh, all I know is that Rutgers right now just went to that bench, and they were telling him, "I don't think you're gonna get the ball anymore, Carlton." as we see the.
No, I think he gets it this way.
I
Guess
mean,
not.
that wouldn't be a bad idea as Jacoby Cobb gets it for about 8 yards there. No, I was just joking. He's their best wide receiver. I mean, those things happen. We don't know if it's moist out there. What is the weather like? I actually wasn't even checking it.
As far as I know, it's a little bit windy and just a tad bit cold, but that's paramount for this time of year.
Yep. Oh my God,
Wow.
Jacoby.
Still on his feet.
Oh my
That is a
God.
run and a half.
Jacoby Cobb reminds me of a running back once that used to play. His name was Toby Gerhart, and he's got the same style. Nothing flashy. He's just gonna run into you, and it's kind of fun to watch.
I disagree. I'd say that's pretty flashy. I thought we was going to witness another Beastquake.
As we see this double blocking formation. Oh my God, that linebacker came in there clean by Jacoby. Took him out. I believe on that team it was actually Preston Reeves who got ran over.
Jacoby refuses to be tackled, and I love watching running backs who just don't go down.
For the end of the first here, we got Rutgers leading 21-7, driving into the red zone right now as we see them with two running backs man in motion. Or that was an audible, I believe.
Watch out for that one-on-one at the top, but I guess not.
Nope,
Yeah,
you don't need to worry about it when you got Jacoby Cobb. This is going to be a record-breaking game, or Ole Miss is going to not allow that anymore, because I was giving them credit up until about 1 minute ago.
What, is it like single game touchdown record?
Single game every rushing record?
Yeah. What is the touchdown record for the record?
I heard it once this season, and someone said it was either 5 or 6. I don't know if you're in the Twitch channel right now, but I can see if our sideline people can help us look that up and maybe get some answers.
Nope, not on Twitch right now. I'm using a phone, so.
It's all right. I got my little handy dandy sideline reporter here helping us out as we see Shinobi here ready to put some numbers up, get 3 points as we see him drop back. Wow, what a play as we see that breakup.
Oh, there's nobody in the backfield.
Nope, they're ready to either intercept the ball or score a touchdown here. Ralph Rodriguez is doing probably the only one getting the ball right now, which is okay. They need to move this ball. They started off 9 for 9 with a touchdown to tie the game, and since then, it's been all Rutgers.
That interception really changed the perception of this game.
Here we go as we see, again, that formation, just a pass. Great defense over there by Aaron Hughes. Aaron Hughes is one of their, again, better defenders on the Rutgers. Ole Miss is just... I'm very baffled right now by what's going on.
Me too. And then that's a pretty solid return, 16 yards, about to the 40.
Yeah, especially after the muffed punt the last time.
We all know who it's going to. The question is, can you stop it?
I mean, you have to, Great job there by, I think that was Casey Bronco. I keep saying, no, that's Payne. One of their leading tacklers there. He ran over like his buddy Reeves did earlier. We see that single formation to the delayed defense there.
This guy.
16 rushes, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Right now,
stopping it.
See if they can finally get them off the field on a 4th down conversion. They do send the blitz. Great coverage there. It was a beautiful coverage. Reza Red. Is that Red?
Yeah, Reza Red getting the hand in there, making the ball free.
And they just need a little bit of this to hopefully light their momentum shift here as Thomas.
Oh, what happened there?
It's the return there.
Looks like he got force pushed.
Here we go. We got the slot man on a mismatch. As we see the dump off right down, and he gets stuffed by the cornerback. He's like, "No, this is my territory."
Corner was right there.
Gus Scott was playing the cover two and just blew that up. You see him? It's just permanent passing right now. As they do finally get it. That's the first time. What?
I think he would challenge there. I think he got his foot,
Oh
but apparently
man.
not.
Oh man. Well, here they go again on this third and 10.
If you're Ole Miss fan.
This is gonna definitely be a bomb to the right side here for interception, and that was Gus
It's kicked
Scott.
off.
That was Gus Scott
And
right
he's
there.
kicked off. And he's got an entourage. That is killer for Ole Miss fans right there.
Yeah. He blew up that first play, and then did that right there. Still a capable game if Ole Miss can do what they did last time on defense.
I mean, yeah, but it's looking very not so fun.
For Ole Miss fans, no, it's not. But Rutgers fans right now, Rutgers locker room right now is probably one of the most excited they've been in a few weeks. As we go back here, and I'm not trying to get off subject of this game. If you want to call a play or two here, as we see them in that I formation.
And so, yeah, he's going to make a beautiful throw. Breaks a tackle and gets down to what is the 7-yard line, I think, on the beautiful tight end corner route, Nick Graham.
Yeah, Nick Graham's going to get his touchdown, I think, today, like Big Poppy did on that rush.
More than likely. I'm not going to say it's going to be here, just not commentator curse him, but.
As we see them in the I formation and rush it for Jacoby to definitely
And I cursed him anyway.
Oh, here, you ready? Hear this. So last week, Rutgers played at Arkansas, lost 14-65. That was just last week. Week before they played App State.
I think my headphones cut out.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but how loud is it for you from me?
I can hear you, sir.
All right, cool.
As we see, kick return. Oh my God, that's Ziegler. That is a beautiful. That is what they needed. Oh my God, I thought that was Ziegler. That was holy Sparks in Mississippi.
I am blessed to be in attendance for that.
I was saying early in the game, Rutgers has lost a lot of their games by mistakes, and that to me is just a mistake. And you can't let that happen because this is what turns around teams that are actually, have as much heart as you this deep in the season, winless.
This is just flat entertainment. Just non-stop funny moments, just fun games. I'm enjoying it up here.
Hear me out on this. Rutgers last week played at Arkansas. They lost 14-65. The week before, they played at App State, lost 23-62. Week before that, Rutgers played. Excuse me, sorry. Lost my spot there. Rutgers played Tulane, 51-16. I mean, if anybody's happy right now, I don't care if they're winless. I don't care if they're winning. They are very happy. Any fan, people could say, "Oh, it's an 0-6-7 team they're playing against," but this is what matters to keep these players next season.
That was a risky throw, and there's no
Yeah, I mean, Ole Miss is looking good. I mean, they stopped them for their first third down conversion earlier. We'll see if they could do it again. We'll see the tight end.
I wouldn't be opposed to this theory. And over the middle.
They do get that first down here to Carlton Banks. He's gonna, if we could get Carlton here, right? For statistical reasons, another 80 yards, and next week he could be capable of doing 1,000 yards. That would be fun to watch.
It would mean a lot for this team having a 1,000-yard receiver Jacoby Cobb has numbers. Listen, how many yards does Jacoby have on the season?
How many yards does he have right now?
Yes, like
For those
season
two
total.
catches, it was sorry, 794.
I was asking how many. Is that Jacoby's numbers or Carson's? Because I was asking how many Jacoby has.
Jacoby, I apologize. So Jacoby has, as of last week, 944. He's already over 1,000 yards.
Hey, congratulations to him. If he's in the chat,
You know what?
congratulations,
Yeah,
bud.
you're right. Kudos to Jacoby there on breaking that 1,000 century mark. Uh, this is a beautiful thing to do as any kind of athlete, whether it's Warner, college, pros. That's a good.
High school.
What was that?
I said high school. I'm wondering, do they call it AAU in football, or is it just a basketball thing?
No, it is. But you're muffled right now, so it's like almost like you're eating the mic or something. You hungry?
Yeah, that's
I made dinner earlier. If you want to come over.
a little bit, but I'm not very enough to eat anybody.
As we see them again execute the screenplay here for a solid -1.
I mean, I called the game where screen passes were working really effective. I think that's
Oh
just
yeah,
the
no, I've
essentially
seen
what's
it work
working.
sometimes, but if the defense is on point, it seems like they're gonna not get that.
I think they saw what San Diego State was able to do last week and they tried to emulate it, but you're not San Diego State, my friends.
Here we go as we see four wide receivers and a screen for an interception
Oh,
again.
that's just a bad play. He's gone. That's a touchdown. He got this. It's
This
the same
is
guy.
was exactly the same guy who did it earlier on that hook and curl. Exactly what that was, a hook and curl. That was just holy. That was.
That was just pure cover two, Tampa two.
I really appreciate the effort by Ole Miss showing up tonight, but Rutgers is definitely showing out.
They give me that participation trophy. No crazy return this time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, they need to get the ball on the run or something. They went on a complete outrage this week and just pure passed it, and I think they need to change it now or halftime or something, because it is just, special teams did great. First drive of the play, great. I don't know what's going on. He's in his own head.
It's like he had just one good drive and thought he could do anything, and now it's coming back to bite him.
To see him draw back again, the coaches have so much trust in him as they bring the pressure, and he's underthrowing all these deep
It's all
balls.
again. I mean, I feel like
Gus,
that one's on the receiver. The receiver got lost in that play. You have to, if you're right there under it, you have to come down with it.
it's the second interception of the night tonight. So, congrats to Gus Scott getting that dual interception night. And it is his fourth of the season. So, I mean, this dude is just a pure interception machine.
That
So we
puts
see
him
a
in
man.
like that puts him top four for interceptions, right? Like top five.
He might be. He might be even further than that, because
Top three maybe.
yeah, I mean, he's probably a top three, corner. I'm not looking at the records right now, but of the season.
I know
But
one guy who's a leader has 7 as of yesterday.
okay, yeah, I try and look at the stats every week. Last time I was gonna say I saw it was like 6 or 5, but that was not this last week. As we see Arena run up the middle again, he just makes that offensive line is just clearing paths like a hot dog in a hallway. You know what I mean? Giddy.
Oh, that's the direction you were taking that joke.
As we see Rutgers fake the handoff for once and drop it deep in that corner out. I mean, they are just straight exposing
And
Ole
there's the
Miss right
man, Nick Graham again.
now. This is a game that if I didn't do my predictions this week, but if I did, I love Rutgers. I'm a real life Rutgers fan, but I would have never thought this was gonna happen. I would have thought it was gonna be a
I
lot
think
closer.
I think I put Ole Miss as my predicting team, which if I did, future me, you're an idiot. Well, past me actually, but
That was an incompletion, but no, I know what you mean because I think a
exactly.
lot of people did. I didn't look at it, but I'm sure a lot of people did.
But
As we
truthfully,
see
the
it,
only thing I really have to
that stretch to the left play. I don't know what happened. That tight end got caught over pursuing on his block. I think. Reeves. These linebackers are tired right now, man.
that's like the one play call that does not work for Rutgers, and that speaks volumes about how well the game's gone for them.
As we see the man in motion here, picks up his block as they blitz in. They do another corner out. Oh
I don't think
man.
that's the
Put points on the board. Ole Miss, they're hanging on threads right now, but their offense needs to do something except throw the ball to Gus Scott.
You think we'll see the legendary 69 this game?
What'd you say?
I said, do you think we'll see the legendary 69 this game?
I really can't hear you. You legendary what?
Do you think we'll see the legendary 69 this game?
Oh man, that's what comes across your mind when you see guys in football suits.
That is not, but it's a funny score to look at.
As we see them hand off the ball for once. Oh my God! How many times did he even touch the ball? Let's see. Oh, they didn't even show because that's how many times he hasn't gotten it. We believe that they're going to throw the ball here, and good pressure there by Rutgers defense. Horrible
That was almost
choice.
another interception.
Yeah, I mean, they need to have a talk with him at halftime. I mean, the worst part is he's looking good in the pocket. That was a great thrown ball. I agree. He's not looking. Just making poor decisions. They get that first down here. I would like to see more of that. Not what we've been seeing by Ole Miss. Trips tight over here. Too wide out. Nobody blocking him. As they do bring that pressure. That Rutgers front three there is just really getting into him. He's moving a lot in that pocket.
You got to when pressure's that great.
Blocking there this time as to get 3rd and 1, minute and 23. I would love to see not them give the ball in the air and let the running back do what he's been doing. As we do finally see that to get the first down. It's his second rush. I knew he
played by the rusher there, just making sure he doesn't bust through the line.
Yeah, play by Ole Miss there, switching it up finally. They get into their check down. Travis Vaughn for 3 yards. Third reception.
It looked like a busted screen pass to me.
I could see why you would say that, yeah. And here we go. We got some safety coming in for a blitz, and They did. They sent a lot of pressure. That was a very misguided throw there to Gus Scott's territory.
There are some quarterbacks in this league where you either have it or you don't. And that's a throw where you have to have in order to be a top quarter, and that's just another bad throw.
Cross getting his first deflection of the game. 4th and 7, they're going for it, and honestly, I get it.
I mean, nothing really else for you to do.
And they do get the first down there, so good call by the coaches there to get Travis Vaughn the ball. We're going to see some hurry up. They got 1 timeout left, 43 seconds. Clock will start on the ball here.
Do you think they get a touchdown or they get stopped for a field goal?
I believe that they'll an interception. No, I'm just joking. I hope to see some kind of points. Even 3, I'll take it here. For God-given hope of a good game for them. As we see I'd rather see that than a forced throw.
Honestly, a comeback here will be a miracle, but I'm all for it.
I'm okay with not even a comeback as we see them here stop them on third down, kick the field goal, go into halftime positive. You guys didn't do horrible. I'm not blaming just the quarterback. You got to give Rutgers defense a little bit of effort here, even though he's forcing some of these balls. But they clearly did their homework and they saw the film of what he does and his tendencies.
So that makes it halftime.
It is halftime, my friend. And guess what we're going to do at the halftime show today?
What's that?
Play a little game called Who's That Guy? All right, so we got a lot of people on this league here, and we're going to play the guessing game pretty much. So if you can guess this player, I will personally donate all my players to Ole Miss. No, I'm just joking. He doesn't want our players, but I really don't have a halftime game. I just didn't want to go over the highlights because it was pretty much all Jacoby Cobb. But as we see, only 23 rushing yards. That's what's separating them right now. I mean, besides the 4 interceptions, right? Look at that.
Yeah, that's just wild. People would call this one of the games of all time.
I don't believe I think Ole Miss gets the ball in half here, from what I remember, but I could be wrong. But
Maybe get ball in half. Remember, Rutgers got that big play touchdown first play.
I'd like to see them even come out here and do something like just put Rutgers honest. Show them that you aren't as bad as the scoreboard is showing right now. Because, yeah, what is it, a 30-point game? You know, whatever it is, 20-point game. But,
And like 24 something.
receiver receptions of on here. They got to keep these. They're trusting him too much in this man-on-man coverage, where these dump downs, the corners are jumping the routes, and then those deep balls are his arm is just not strong enough right now. We almost see an interception.
Another interception.
It's lucky that was a defensive lineman because that boy jumped and tried to grab it, but he remembered it wasn't cake. Here we go on 3rd and 5 here.
That was a wild sentence.
Here we go with the screenplay that's not going to work there to get 0 yards, and that's unfortunate for Ole Miss after just coming out scoring late in that half. You have a prediction possibly of what Rutgers may be doing when they get the ball here?
Just hand the ball off to Jacoby Cobb.
As we see an amazing punt return by Carlton Banks there for 18 yards. I mean, he could have almost one juke away, one step away from really breaking a free there.
Yeah.
Total offenses. This one runs it more. That one's passing it more. We see Big Papa here. Waiting for something. It's almost like he was wondering if what defense they were running. Jacoby gets the ball.
Going to score.
Dude, he did that the first play of the first half, and now he did it the first play of the second half.
That was actually number 3. He got that big touchdown earlier. That's why I thought he had 3 touchdowns.
Do we start the song now?
The fat lady singing? I think she's in.
Na 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 na. Hey, hey, goodbye. Dang, Ole Miss. I was gonna bet on you too. Thomas Ferguson here for the 28. He's the one who had the kickoff return for a touchdown earlier. He needs like 3 more of those. And here we go. This Rutgers defense likes to put the safety on blitz mode here, as we see the completion. Oh, here we go. This is going to be against Ole Miss here. That is very, very deflating. How could you
But
be that
like,
happy, ref? I mean, coach.
I
I
mean,
think.
you're down like 30. Why would you even call that? It doesn't matter.
I mean, Rutgers has definitely shown the best
Oh my
I've
god.
seen all season. Um, Overall, their offense is killing it. Their defense is killing it. And I know Ole Miss can do a good job. We've seen it. So this is crazy to watch right now, and I'm all for it.
For
We
those
see.
in chat, I want you to go back to this game once it's over and count how many times a red jersey has touched a throw from Kenobi.
I'll leave that up to you. As we see the running back go out wide, create a mismatch over on the inside to Sean Jenkins Jr. Receptions. He's got the sole receiving touchdown tonight for Ole Miss.
That's just only thing that's been working.
As we see a deep ball in double coverage to get deflected by Montana Wilkins.
That
Two
makes
deflections.
sense now.
Oh, Rutgers definitely shows as we see our first. Oh my God! I was gonna say it was our first sack of the game.
It would have been a fumble.
Yeah, it looked like a fumble, but fortunately they didn't give it to him, I guess.
Gotta give him some sort of a break. And he's gonna get sacked again. Get him from behind.
Oh my God, Amon Asuma is probably so mad, and so is Mateo. They both had a sack fumble times in a row.
Times are tough to be linemen.
See Ole Miss punt the ball over here to Carlton Banks for that 9-yard reception. I mean, this has been the Cobb show. It's all about Cobb. It's all about Shlamamanab. And here he goes, rushing down to the red zone nog. I mean, you can't not love what he's doing right now, unless you're in Mississippi and live there and root for the other team.
We still have 6 minutes of this game left.
He's got 4 touchdowns. There's like 7 minutes left in this quarter, and then next quarter. Do you think he's gonna do 10 touchdown? No, I'm just joking.
I definitely think that if they get the ball 2 or 3 more times, he's gonna break the record.
Did we get a confirmation on the record? What the rushing record is? I want to say it's 6, but I could be lying, dude. I'm half the time I'm listening to these games, or I'm not really listening. And here we go with the single back formation.
My bad.
Good, bro. Don't worry about it. Trying not to keep some white noise on the screen for the viewers as we see that incompletion there. Ole Miss is, I mean, good. I'm more curious about their offense. I mean, I know their defense has let up a lot, but their offense has also put them in poor situations.
Oh,
you see a great return there.
The returns have been entertaining at least.
What was that?
I said the returns have been entertaining at least.
Yeah, no, we definitely, their special teams is on point. Maybe he needs to get promoted. We see the fake handoff there.
Once again.
Great protection. This is something where he does need to improvise and gets that reception that everybody's heart is probably dropped every time that ball leaves his hand. That was an improvised route for sure. Good job there.
Great scramble drill running there.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he wasn't really scrambling.
That's just know every time that ball leaves his hand, I'm like, oh. Here we go, nobody in the backfield, and they send a blitz there. Rutgers, great reception there for Thomas to spread out.
No, but back on that throw over the middle thing, I did count in my head, and I reached 7.
7 what?
7 separate times a red jersey has touched the throw.
That sounds about right, honestly. I mean, that makes sense. As we see that great reception by Travis Vaughn there, that was very put in a little door right there because there was 4 defenders within a yard or 3 of him.
I mean, right in the breadbasket. Best throw we've seen from all day.
Was probably one of his best. I agree with you on that. We see the.
Run that. You still on his feet? No.
When that happens, it becomes very frustrating as a defender. Dude Lebowski, 5 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. Pretty mild game for him, but he's a baller. As we see the run up the middle there, and I think that was Lebowski again. 3 rushes. I'm just mortified with what I'm seeing over there.
Because by like the 4th drive, they were already down 28-7.
Great throw off as we see the run there by Shinobi to get a rushing touchdown. That was exactly what he's been doing all season. He has just as many now. Oh, he got 8 touchdown passes and 7 rushing touchdowns. So, great job there by Ole Miss. I mean, I should start going for 2 here. Let's start practicing.
Chris Paul cuts the lead to 42.
You really think about it, it's only a 3-score game. You really think about it. I mean, obviously, we're stretching here. It's an 18-point game.
Think about it.
I apologize. My math is completely wrong. You said 42, and then I looked. I'm like, wait, it's 52.
I was referencing the Chris Paul meme back from last year's playoff.
Oh, okay. I heard 42, and then I'm like, well, actually, it's not a bad game. And then I looked, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I look like a retard.
I mean, if you can't two-point conversions, I think you can give them the minutes of some doubt there.
Yeah. Rutgers' defense has been pretty stout, only allowing 24 points tonight, too. As we see Casey Bronco on his 5th tackle there.
There isn't really much to say about this game other than hopefully Jacob breaks the record.
I think there is a lot to say about this game, believe it or not.
Well, you won't get much from me.
Oh, I know. I understand that, but, looking at Rutgers, I've been getting like I said, the last 3 games that I've watched them, I've called some, and they got literally manhandled, like almost to a point where I felt like, wow, like I've been in those locker rooms. It stinks. And I hope that for the sake of Rutgers Nation, that this win will give them some glimmer of hope, even though it wasn't the best team. You got to take it where it comes.
I mean, yeah, I've been in that locker room after losing 13-2, getting mercy ruled in your first game. That bus ride home was not fun. For the Rutgers baseball.
Yeah, dang, I've never seen a mercy rule happen, but I also don't watch baseball.
It's not in professional sports. It's only in high school.
I think it's a professional, dude.
They're debating on whether or not they should add a mercy rule.
Oh, okay. Only reason I knew about this is because someone just brought this up a few days ago, and by a few days, like a few months ago. I'm like, wait, there's a mercy rule in baseball? That's how much I watch baseball.
It usually comes up in like controversies between when a player is like up big and they hit like a grand slam or something.
Ow.
Oh, interception.
As we see Ole Miss show some, that was Reeves there on that interception, much needed interception. We start talking about baseball, they start playing defense. Good job there by Ole Miss. We'll talk about baseball next time around for Ole Miss. Good job there.
Podcast while I'm at
it. 3 minutes left. It's very, very out of reach here, but if we can see them really just drive down this field and put up some points, that can also maybe flip a switch here because there's still a whole quarter.
I mean, I would love to say it's out of reach just for my own sanity, but I've seen these comebacks happen. I've made these comebacks.
I'm pretty sure we've all witnessed something wild, like this year's Minneapolis Colts game. Those things happen, and you say it can't when you're in the game. You're like, it's just a touchdown. It's just a sack, and then all of a sudden that interception starts adding up, and that field goal, and it's like, wow, that could have definitely ended the game. But
That makes 8.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 here. They got a lot in the box. They were blitzing him. As we see the reception there to the running back, 7 yards. 3rd and 3, very manageable. It'd be wise to not throw the ball deep here because their short game has been pretty good.
I don't think. Oh, they run it, and he's going to get the first. No, he tripped up. It's tough. Actually,
Go for it or no? You go for it or no? Ah.
That was also a generous spot by the refs. That should have been 4th and 2.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a good call by Ole Miss there to not go for it and force anything.
And then Carlton Banks is just 11 yards.
Needed
we're back on record watch.
Put the clock up.
So we flip-flop from comeback watch to record watch with each drive.
Jacoby runs it outside stretch to the left to get 8 yards to keep chugging at the possible rushing something record. Who knows what?
He's averaging 7.5 yards per carry for the record.
Yeah. We both like the word record. As we see, they hand off to the right side to get that edge to get the first down for 5 yards.
The stretch plays are finally working.
Preston Reeves, 5 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss there.
I'm saying I am expecting up the gut handoff, and that's exactly what we.
Wow, what great blocking
and he
there.
It inside.
That was great blocking by Rutgers offense.
So he's going to get at least 40 rushes this game. We can both agree on that, right?
I definitely agree on that one.
As they finally get a stop. I say Casey, is that Bancaro, like the basketball player? Or is it?
No, it's Casey Bronco.
I see.
Here we go with the man in motion before the 4th. Can we get some foes in this? Foes. Fours in
the chat, guys. Big fours in the chat. Bold or italicize it if you can. I want to see how good you are with the keyboard.
As we see Rutgers keep chopping here going into the 4th quarter. And I think we have an answer here, and it's not going to be a run. And Big Poppy throws it out of bounds. Good play. Good coverage by Ole Miss there. I'm okay with plays like that as a coach when you're in the lead.
So he had nothing too dangerous. Just keep playing smart. You've got the one of the best running backs as far as.
Whoa!
That was almost intercepted.
As you see that, it's probably a good reason why they've been running the ball.
I mean, he puts a little bit more loft into that. That's a touchdown.
I agree. I mean, he's been overthrowing them. He's been pretty consistent today, so that was just a mishap or something.
Yeah, and there's a kick right into the end zone, so Rutgers, Ole Miss will take over once again.
I'm waiting for that moment to say, Ole Miss is coming back. As we see them dump off the tragic screenplay here. All game has probably gotten them a solid 10 yards.
I like good games. I don't like bad.
And here we go with a lot of crossing routes here to throw the ball incomplete for no reason.
You do it literally right there. You just threw it over his head.
I feel like
both at fault for that. Actually, you just, as a new receiver, reach your hands up, and if you're quarterback,
a beautiful throw. Oh my God, that is Travis Vaughn there. It was a very fun, exciting 100 yards. Good job for you, Travis. Um, much needed 2 quarters ago, but Rutgers got caught flat-footed and they exposed them on that play.
Listen, this is Oklahoma.
Here we go. Rutgers had a big blitz there as they get the touchdown. Hey, good job, Ole Miss, answering back. Travis Vaughn's 4th touchdown of the season. I think we got ourselves a 3-score game here. Obviously, high hopes, but you never know.
And they drove down in, 45 seconds, and they stopped Rutgers in 15, so...
Yeah, I mean, I again, like you said, I'm all for a close game. I want to see Rutgers keep dominating, though. I want to see maybe, I wanted them to have fun while winning or losing. As we see him try and break through those tackles in the A gap there to get
I also want to see league history.
Was that, bud?
I said, and I also want to see league history.
Yes, I'd like to be a part of it while I'm there. As we see the fake handoff, Poppy throws it, gets that crossing route there to Tom Bradshaw for the first down, the second reception on the game.
That corner right there got away with a very blatant face mask. You can see the way the wide receiver fell there.
Yeah, I noticed sometimes these refs don't like to call it. They get it to Nick Graham there for 1 yard reception. Back to Tom Bradshaw. He's their least reception leader, but is second most in tight ends on Rutgers offense. A weird stat.
Interesting.
But I guess he's just one of those guys, hey, put me in when we get to the end zone. As we see a handoff to the left side there. Johnny Bravo, the sweeper.
I can't tell you the amount of time I spent watching that show.
Big Poppy throws it deep in coverage. Great defense there by Ole Miss to stop him. 7 minutes left. Ole Miss hasn't been playing great, but they're playing well enough to keep their race within smelling the exhaust fumes. So,
it's a weird analogy.
Would like to see them, fast. They need to do something fast, like now.
Yeah.
And we know they ain't running it. They have, what are they running, 5 times all game?
They're supposed to get 4.
Got lit up right there.
If I'm Thomas, I'm looking at him like, it's 6 minutes left. There's no reason to do that.
That was Dude Lebowski, though. He plays no games. Here we go. Trips to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. Rutgers is playing well off as needed. Shinobi gets the reception and coverage to Ralph Rodriguez. 6 receptions tonight, 47 yards. He's been that sleeper little reception slot guy, so I haven't heard his name since, I think the first half, so much great needed time to get involved.
The fourth quarter started. They've been exploiting their off zone coverage that Rutgers has been running.
Meanwhile, here they are now in a cover 2, or man, they are in a cover 2. As they throw it deep to get the reception to Travis Vaughn. That's his second huge reception. 166 yards. I mean...
Third, because he scored the touchdown.
Correct. You corrected me. That's actually funny. But here we go. 6 minutes left. They score right here. I would like to see how many viewers in that Ole Miss locker room is turning their Twitch back on to watch this game.
say Xavier Zeller, 9 yards.
You start talking about baseball. No, I'm just joking. As we see the handoff up the middle to get the first down. Smart move by the coaches. Hey, we haven't been running it, but right now let's get the first. We got 4 down territory.
I also like the call because it stops the clock. And I know it's 5 minutes left, but when you're down by so many, you need as much time as you can get.
We see the
They're
fake
gonna run the
handoff.
option. Does he get in?
Whoa! You gotta stretch that arm out, Shinobi. One
That's an
Shinobi.
amazing tackle. Montana
Wilkins. Wow.
Oh, this might be a QB draw.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, he's going on audible there.
Rain.
It is.
And it is.
That's exactly what we both saw as Shinobi 1 Kenobi gets the touchdowns. Put them within 2 touchdowns, 2 scores.
Shinobi 1 Kenobi.
Yeah. I'm very impressed by Ole Miss and satisfied with Rutgers right now, as people need to start knocking on the door of their locker rooms in Ole Miss and Rutgers and say, guys, you really should put this back on, maybe. You know, there's a few guys out there like, we got this game, or we lost this game. No, come back. There's 5 minutes left.
If I'm there's a message to Rutgers players. Please, for the love of God, as funny as it would be, don't pull the Chargers.
Oh, man. Yeah. I feel bad for San Diego. I mean, ever. You know what I'm talking about. Charger fans. I still call them San Diego sometimes. 497.
This week still call the Raiders from Oakland.
Yeah, I've started getting used to calling the Vegas Raiders lately. We see I'll get that ball, and they're not really slowing him down. 177 yards. Does anybody in the Twitch channel know what the rushing record is, like for touchdowns or rushing yards or?
I know the yardage was in the 350s.
Okay.
Reds set that one in the first 2 seasons.
That was Thomas Bradshaw right there to his check down man. No, it was De Jesus, the fullback, walk on.
W name for real.
Oh, wow. Poppy did not see that coming as Cody Hill said, "Say hi to Mom."
That is that's one of the blocking plays of all time.
That was the first sack of the game, I believe, or am I wrong?
You would be right, surprisingly.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that because earlier we thought we had 2 sacks, but they were Brady ruled. As we see the delay get nowhere. 3-9. Ole Miss is really. I'm not trying to jinx anything here, but
they scored before a 2-minute warning.
Oh my Webb said no. Oh man.
If Cobb said no, my bad.
Oh man, that dude looked like he was trying to tie his shoes before he tackled him. Oh, poor Ole Miss here. They're gonna run the clock out. Rutgers, run the ball.
It takes 4 seconds men to tackle like that.
Yeah, man. That was Ole Miss's chance right there. Like, they stopped them there. Not saying they would have won or came back, but they would have had 3 minutes. They would have had 3 minutes, 3 timeouts, and being a little bit more hopeful than they are now. As we see Rutgers pretty much take control of this game as they were all game.
James it would have made it 46-52, which meant that if they got another stop, we were into the game.
Yeah. 10-yard rush. Now it's just getting sloppy out there for Ole Miss. As we see Rutgers spread it out.
I say once Cobb got that first down about a minute ago, it was game over. He's going to get his touchdown, which may or may not have tied the ECFL rushing touchdown record. Which, if so, congratulations.
I'm gonna find out right now. What's the single rushing record in a game? Let's see. I should get an answer, hopefully.
We have our own stat boost in this game, in this league.
Our own what?
We have our own stat boost in this league.
I guess I'm not know what you're actually asking me. I'm sorry.
I was basically saying, do we have our own stat boost in this game?
No. You could be a part of it and contact somebody and do it because that'd be amazing.
I'm not really that good with stuff like that, but
I was just messing with you, dude. Yeah, Ole Miss here is gonna make 4 interceptions. Really bit them in the butt here in that first half. It's tragic.
So,
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm just trying to be nice.
how are you spiking?
Yeah. No.
I should take the pass.
The single game rushing yards in a game is 375 and 6 is the touchdowns. We almost witnessed history.
I mean, we have 2 plays before they start kneeling, so if we get lucky.
Yeah, but they'll just, that they're just going to down the ball.
Oh, then go for it.
How many rushing yards did he have? The last time I saw it was like close to 3.
It was around like 2.
Ole Miss gets the first down there. Oh my God.
Give credit where credit is due. They're not giving up.
Oh, this is where I get scared.
That makes 9, guys.
Well, next coming up after this game, we have the other winless team playing after this game, where we'll be playing ECU. So, winless team is now not winless. Then there's another winless team that's still going to be winless in this game.
I haven't been in this team after this week, that'd be tough.
That's when you start questioning the coaching staff and everybody above.
That's where some holes end up in the locker room. And he is wide open again. If they ran that play from the start, they would be winning by a lot. That was going to. Once again,
they're giving him a highlight reel tonight. I mean, this is going to be a career high, or if not close to it. Kenobi couldn't really get the win, but he's kept his team definitely in it ish. Also kept them out. Next week, these two teams be playing. Sorry, not these two teams.
The ball. Oh, never mind.
I think we're gonna have to call that a game here. And give Rutgers the trophy they deserve to not being winless right now. I've been there. My team started 0-5 this season. We went and got a win. We got 2 wins, and it was great. And, so congrats to Rutgers. Ole Miss, there's always next week. Thank you, everybody, for watching this game as we're in victory formation. I want to also thank Ivy. Is this your first or second game you've called?
This is my second game.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, man. I mean, you're doing well, and we appreciate you.
Yes, man. Glad to be here.
Oh my God, are they gonna run the ball?
There's no way.
No.
They're getting the ball.
I really respect that, though. All right, everybody. Rutgers 59, Ole Miss 45. We'll be tuning in soon for the next game, Maryland at ECU.
Definitely one of the games of all time.
330. 5 touchdowns. He came so close.
And he was very close. Imagine if he tied it there. That would have been hilarious.
Would have rather him broke it, but yeah, I agree. On to next week, boys. Thank you.
ECFL Productions. Thanks for stopping by.